This House is Cooking. I'm Orion, your host, and this lovely Tuscan-style farmhouse has inspired me to cook up a Mediterranean menu. Come on in and let's get started, because this house is cooking. I am so thrilled to be cooking in this kitchen. The owners have made luxurious investments that are as efficient as they are beautiful. From this 6-burner Gen-Air cooktop to this Mascarella stacked stone granite countertop, they left no stone unturned in their pursuit of a chef's dream kitchen. Allora, let's get cooking. Today for our menu, we have bruschetta, spaghettini con aglio e olio, which is spaghettini with oil and garlic, and grilled shrimp. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our fresh bread that we got from a bakery nearby and cut it into 1/2-inch thick slices. Bruschetta is basically an appetizer or antipasta that everyone eats in Italy. It's a basic. It's just tomato, garlic, salt, red crushed pepper, basil, olive oil, and ground black pepper. So what I'm going to do is cut a few pieces because I've already put some olive oil on some of my pieces already. So I think that's about it. 3, we have about 6. I've already oiled some of my toast pieces. So what I'm going to do is take the rest of my bread and place it onto here. And I've set my broiler on high so that we get the crusty, that's more like the finish on toast. But that's what makes bruschetta really good, is because you have the toast with the fresh tomato. And so we're basically gonna bake it or toast it for about 8 minutes. And in that 8 minutes, we're going to make the best bruschetta mix you've ever had. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glaze my toast with the olive oil, and we will set it in the oven. And basically bruschetta is an appetizer, like I said before, but it's something that I grew up eating with my time in Italy. We lived there for 11.5 years, and it was the best time of my life. So now that our bread is in the oven, we're going to start by cutting up our tomatoes. I've already sliced some up for us, but we're going to make them into diced pieces. And then we're going to add our olive oil, salt, red hot peppers, pepper, and garlic. And that's basically what bruschetta is. So as you can see, I'm dicing the tomatoes. And these are fresh tomatoes. I picked them out back. They have a garden here. The best thing I can say about Italy is the food. The people, the cuisine, the culture, but it all culminates around food. During the middle of the day, they have something called siesta, where people leave their jobs to go home and rest for a while. But really, it's just an excuse to eat. So now that I have my tomatoes diced, I'm going to put in about 1 cup of oil. And this is extra virgin olive oil. So we're just going to douse this in oil. See? It's about 1 cup right here, or 1/2 cup. All right, now that we have our olive oil in there, we're going to add about 3 to 4 cloves of minced garlic. Let's try to get all of that out of there, because the garlic is really what makes this so incredibly tasty. So we put our minced garlic inside our tomato, with our tomato. Then we're going to do a pinch of crushed red pepper. So now that we have our tomatoes inside, and we have our garlic, and we have our crushed red pepper, we're going to sprinkle a little sale, which is salt. All right, and now we're going to add our pepper. This is the best, using a pepper grinder. You get the crushed pepper, and it gives it a great, great taste. But be sure you don't inhale it. So now that we have that mixed, the last but not least item that we put in is fresh basil. We got this from a beautiful, beautiful herbal garden. And all we're going to do is pick out a few pieces. But since I love basil so much, we're going to use it to taste. So use as much as you like. Oh, if you could smell this basil, it smells terrific. So now we're just going to mix it together. And what really is beautiful about bruschetta is the toast is warm mixed with the cold tomatoes, which these aren't cold because I have some marinating in the fridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out our bruschetta or our toast, and I'll get the mixture out of the fridge. If you could smell this, it smells divine. There we have our bruschetta or our toast for it. And now to get the mix. God, it smells so good. Don't you just love this Kenmore side-by-side refrigerator freezer? Well, don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll finish up our bruschetta. I'll show you how to make spaghettini con aglio and olio, which is garlic and oil, and two-time world champion barbecue cook Tom Sampson will reveal his secret rub for grilled shrimp. Welcome back to This House is Cooking. I'm topping our toast with our bruschetta mix, and we're done. Beautiful. Did you know that Memphis is the home of barbecue? Well, it just so happens that the homeowner happens to be a two-time world champion barbecue cook, Tom Sampson. And I've asked him to show us how to make his special grilled shrimp.
Thank you, Orion. It's a pleasure to cook in my own kitchen, and I'd love to show you some great grilled shrimp.
Great.
First, we'll start with some good high-quality shrimp. These are around 15 per pound. And what I'm going to do is put a marinade on there of our secret spice.
Okay. It's
secret spice.
You're not going to reveal anything.
Oh, I will. Yes, I do. It's a paddle-wheel porker secret spice, and you have to have this to make it turn out right.
Okay.
As far as the
one ingredient.
Well, I can give you two. All right. There's salt. Which is in everybody's spice. But in our spice, we use a chili powder and also a little cinnamon powder, which kind of gives it a little bit of an edge. But this is a secret. I couldn't give you the rest of it. So to marinate this, we'll just sprinkle this real heavily.
Okay.
Both sides with our spice.
Okay. And
really, it's best to marinate overnight, or at least 4 hours. Give it time for it to get the flavor into these shrimp.
Okay.
So I've got some that we've already marinated. If you want your pan to be really good and warm, and then just place these right on the grill, and it only takes 3 or 4 minutes for these to fully cook. And you really just want to get these just nice and pink, and let that flavor get done there. Okay.
It looks so good. Now that's a grill pan we put it in.
That's just a grill pan.
Okay.
Normally you'd use it on the outside grill, but you can use it on the inside grill like we're doing today.
Would you skewer the shrimp or?
Well, you sure can, but it's a little easier if you're doing it inside just to use a grill pan, so you can take it and shake it like that, be sure it's not sticking to the bottom, or maybe to flip it once it gets to cooking, okay?
Now, do you usually eat your shrimp over anything like a rice or spaghetti or anything like that?
We've tried that many times, but it's so good, nobody it never gets to the plate. So.
Well, I think it would be great with the spaghetti con aglio and olio that I'm making. Maybe we can top it.
I bet it would be great with it.
Okay, I think that'll work. I'm getting our pan ready for our spaghettini con aglio e olio, and to reiterate, it's garlic and oil and pasta. So while Tom is finishing up his shrimp that's going to go on top of my pasta, I'm going to get our olive oil hot. Then we're going to add garlic, parsley and basil, coarse salt, some pepper, some crushed red pepper, and to top it off, some Parmesan cheese. One thing with garlic is you don't want to let it get too brown because then it starts to burn. So now I'm going to kick it down a notch like you said.
It smells good.
Thanks. So about how long do you have that cook?
Well, this grill's not quite as hot as we normally have when we're out on the range, but it's cooked probably 10 minutes.
Okay. And what's unique about this spaghettini, is basically that we have the hot pot, and then we add the already cooked pasta back into it. It's almost like you're frying the pasta, but you're not really frying it. Add our pepper. It's kind of like we're seasoning the garlic.
Fresh ground black pepper makes it great.
Or also butcher's pepper. It's basically a coarser pepper that they use when seasoning a lot of meat. That's also really good. Looks good. I'm going to add our parsley and basil. That's popping. Just a little bit.
Getting close here. How are you coming?
I think I'm coming along really good.
All right.
And I used to eat this all the time. It's basically when you have nothing in your refrigerator, say you don't have any tomato sauce in your cupboard or anything like that, my father would go into the kitchen and whip this up. And even using, what do you say, crushed garlic, or dried basil and dried parsley, you can make it. It tastes just as good. I think we're almost done there.
Yeah, that smells great too.
Thank you. Low. I'm gonna add some of our spaghettini. Oh, it's still warm. Good. And the sizzle sound good. Great. Don't need all of it. Get that out of the way. I'm in your shrimp now.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm about done, and I think this is going to be awesome inside on top of that. What's the name of it again?
Spaghettini. Spaghettini con aglio and olio.
All right.
This looks really good. And I'm all over the pot with this. Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and plate my shrimp for you.
All right. I'm going to take mine off the eye since it's still cooking. I'm going to make sure you coat this. And then I'll sprinkle this with a little salt.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm about done too. I'll use my sale and a pinch or two. That's really good. Mix that up. I feel like I'm making a mess all over your kitchen, Tom. But it's a good mess. It looks
looking
good.
Great.
All right. So let's do this. Let's plate the pasta. Yeah, we'll do it this way first. Put it over here. Really, really, really good. It smells really good in here. It looks like we're done. Are all the eyes off? Spaghetti's everywhere. I think we're good. I think what I want to do is ground some more pepper over the top. You like Parmesan?
Absolutely.
Great. We have some fresh grated Parmesan that we're going to sprinkle on top of it.
You know, I bet if you were to put some of that shrimp directly on top of that right now, you'd be finished.
You know what? I think I'm going to do that just for you.
Well,
I'm going to add your shrimp on top of this pasta for a culinary feast.
Oh, that's awesome, and beautiful too.
Very beautiful. Let's do that. And you know what? I think a sprig of fresh parsley would look really good. Right in the center.
Well, let me say this. You can come cook in my kitchen anytime.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you so
for letting
much.
me do my shrimp.
No problem, and thank you for letting me do my bruschetta and
There you
spaghetti. Our menu is complete. You can find all of these recipes on our website at www.thishousescooking.com. I love it when a menu comes together. The colors, the flavors, and the friends. Thank you for allowing us into your home, and thank you for watching. For This House is Cooking, I'm Orion, and remember, a house is not a home until you cook in it.
Salud.
Salud.